This video content is not intended for children.
Welcome back to Realistic Fishing. Well, I was out earlier today and I tried to catch some fish. I tried for bass and catfish, but I couldn't even get a bite, and I'm not even going to bore you with the video. So instead, we're going to do something awesome and open some mail. Let's just get right into it. Alright, the first package here is from Lisa in Gambrils, MD. Let's see what Lisa has to send to the show. I think I've actually got a package from her before. There's a letter and it says, "Alex, really bummed out that the lure went missing, so here's a replacement and additional lures." She did send me something, the beer money, I'm pretty sure. Right here. I purchased these at 40% off. Thought you'd get a kick out of that. These are a regional favorite around the Chesapeake Bay. I'm sure they'll work elsewhere. I hope these lures make it. Stay well, Lisa. They made it. Handmade in the USA by a native Marylander. Marylander? How do you say that? It also says 10% of the purchase of all Captain Bert's lures goes towards sport fish restoration. Alright, so we got a little spinnerbait here, a 1/4 ounce Jamie's Halloween. Got another spinnerbait here. We got a 1/4 ounce Blue Truce. Got another one here. Another Halloween. And another Blue Truce. So, we got 4 spinnerbaits in all. Thank you very much to Lisa for sending the locally made spinnerbaits in. I'm glad they made it this time. Let's get into the next package. This one is from Andrea in Dryden, New York. It's got a lot of tape. Let's cut this one open. Inside we have a letter that says, "Dear Realistic Fishing, my name is Andy Smith and I'm from New York. I admire you for your dedication to always picking up trash that others leave behind, and for being a good role model for others as you lead by example. The world needs more people like you in it. With that said, I'm enclosing some baits for your enjoyment. They are Berkeley Power Bait 3-inch Pogie Swim Shad in bluegill and crappie baits in clown color. As an added bonus, I put one of my Fishing for Dreams holographic stickers in the envelope as well, for you to add to your wall. Thanks for all you do and keep making the fishing areas trash-free and keep making awesome YouTube videos. Sincerely, Andy." Alright, Andy, let's show off the Power Bait pre-rigged swim baits in bluegill. This package says Clown Crappie Baits. It's like a little whiptail, kind of like a little tube bait. And here's the Fishing for Dreams sticker. Shiny. Let's put it up on the wall. There we go. Thanks again to Andy for sending mail into the show. Cool sticker, cool baits. Thanks again.
This is Charles with Hook 'em in the Mouth Kayak Fishing. And you're watching Realistic Fishing. Keep it realistic.
Let's move on to the next package. This next package is from Baltimore, Maryland. I can't quite read the name, so we're going to cut it open. And hopefully there's a letter inside. Dear Realistic Fishing, remember back in 1995 when we got to witness all of those awesome fishing lure infomercials? Yes, I do. Well, I bought into the hype and purchased the flying lure. I only used it a handful of times and never caught a fish. I figure if anyone can catch a fish with a flying lure, it would be you. I totally forgot I bought these until my dad found them in his basement last week. Your pal, Brent from Baltimore. P.S. I don't know why the lure bodies are so sticky. Probably something with them being 25 years old. Here's what he's talking about. Flying lure. I think I might actually have some of these that were sent in by a different subscriber. I don't think I've ever caught a fish on these either. The good fishing season is kind of coming to an end, but I still might be able to work something with this. We'll have to see. But in the meantime, it brings back a lot of memories. Here's a tape Backstreet Boys sneak peek preview sampler. We've got some late 90s music nostalgia here with Backstreet Boys. Check it out. Backstreet's back, alright. What else we got? We also have a New Kids on the Block magazine. Bonus full color sticker poster inside. So I'm guessing this is even older than the Backstreet Boys. 1990. I don't really like New Kids on the Block, but I like things from this time period. So thanks again to Brent for the fun 90s music stuff and the flying lures. All of these take me back to the 90s. This is fun stuff.
This is Slash Gills from the Juggalo Fishing Posse, and you're watching Realistic Fishing. Keep it realistic.
Who would have thought I'd get a 1990 New Kids on the Block magazine on my fishing show? But there it is. Let's keep going. We have a letter here from Tommy in Pickens, South Carolina. The letter reads, "Hi Alex, I just received my YouTube channel stickers and I'm sending them out to select channels. Take care and God bless. Tommy, the Open Air Fish Market." Alright, so Tommy with the Open Air Fish Market sent me a sticker. Pretty cool. Let's get it up on the board. Alright, thanks again to Tommy for sending in the sticker. It's up on the board. Let's go on to the next one. We have a letter here from Miss Leanne in Arden, North Carolina. Please do not bend. That usually means pictures inside. We'll see. Alright, we have a 3-page letter here. Let's see what it says. "Hi Alex, I've been watching your videos for almost 2 years now and I really dig your realistic attitude, as mine is quite similar. Over the years I have seen that people send in all kinds of stuff to you, so I hope that it's okay that I sent you this decal that I made myself for fishing addicts to show their passion to the world. I hope that you like it and that it can be a nice addition to your collection. It will be very cool to see it on the wall that's in your background in your videos." So we've got a decal here, "I break for fishing holes," right? It's an old man smoking a pipe and he's fishing. Alright, so we got the decal from Decal Aesthetics. Looks like she makes decals. I don't usually plug other people's companies on my show, but I do appreciate you sending in the decal. Looks like we have one more package. Let's see what's inside. This one is from Retro Bassin in Dripping Springs, Texas. This looks like another YouTube channel. With a name like Retro Bassin, I'm going to assume there are some older lures in here, which there definitely are. Let's see if I can find a letter or a note or something. I don't see a note right off the bat, so we're just going to look at some of these lures. Here we have a Norman Lures Tennessee Killer. There we go. We have a crankbait here with a shad pattern. This definitely looks like an older box. It says made in the USA. Not sure when this one is from, but definitely a cool vintage Norman lure. Here we have a Hedden Zera mouse. So we have a topwater mouse here. This one is plastic. I actually have one in my collection that I think is wood and metal, but this is a newer version of that. Here it almost sounds like a baby rattle. So we got a fun topwater mouse here. It kind of has like a little bit of a fuzz on it. You can see that like peach fuzz. That's pretty cool. Let's see what else we got. Here we have a package of Uncle Josh striper and musky strips. So we have some leaking Uncle Josh pork rind type baits. I have a small collection of these, maybe 4 or 5 jars. These are really cool. And I'm glad it's in a plastic bag. I'm going to store it down here so it doesn't get all over everything. Here we have a Black Star by Rebel. This looks like a crankbait. This is a weird looking crankbait. It is clear on the bottom, orange on top. You have to look at it from this angle or you don't really see what I'm talking about. That is a weird looking crankbait. I definitely don't have this one. Congratulations, you have purchased Black Star, a lure that signals the beginning of a new era of technology in fishing lure design. Brought to you by Rebel. That's awesome. Here we have a Captain Jim Strader's Diamond Eye Lures Diamond Rattler. So we got a topwater prop bait here. On the back it says, Roland Martin of St. Cross, South Carolina won the 3rd annual Lake Seminole Lunker Tournament with 53 pounds, 14 ounces of bass. He outfished 115 top bass anglers from 19 states over 3 days to claim the championship. I'm not really sure how old this is, but even back then, they had poster boys out there selling lures. Roland Martin in this case. It's pretty cool. We also have a cedarwood Pose handcrafted RC1 Series 1900. So we have another crankbait here, a little square bill crankbait in a fire tiger kind of pattern. That's pretty cool.
What's going on, guys and girls? This is Doc from Coastal Fever TV, and you're watching Realistic Fishing. Keep it realistic.
Here we have a Boonerang Snap Apart. No more lost fish. So this is a lead-based lure like a tailspin, and you actually run the line through the lure and attach it to the hook and then pull it back up in the lure. That is hilarious. That's almost like a line through swim bait. I have never seen this. It is pretty cool. It was $1.50 whenever this was on the market. 1972. That's pretty awesome. Let's see what else we got. Here we have a World Fishing Champion Tyrone Boomer Wells Double Ender. So this is a stick bait or topwater prop bait with 2 props on it. It says, read this. Tyrone Boomer Wells, champion of all times. That is pretty cool. Made in China. As old as this is, it was made in China. They were ahead of the curve on that one. That's crazy. Let's see what else is in here. As seen on TV, we have the Magnet Crankin' Craw. Magnet, huh? Charlie's Magnet Crankin' Craw is not just a crawfish imitation, but a tool for your crankin' arsenal. Each crankin' craw suspends when stopped to perfectly match the stop-and-go action of a crawfish. This is pretty cool. So we got a Norman Lures magnet crank and craw. Never seen it, but more than happy to have it in my collection. Pretty awesome old lures here. This is a fun box. Here we have a Bass Buster Beetle Spin. This is some old packaging right here. It just shows how long Beetle Spin has been around. Forever. Here we have a Mepps Bass Killer. 1/4 ounce. Check it out. Again, I remember seeing this kind of packaging back in the 80s when I'd be at like Sears and Kmart. Those were the days when I dreamed about having every lure. Now I might have too many. Yeah, you can never have too many. Here we have a Rapala Minnow Spoon. Check it out. So it's a spoon in a perch pattern. This one I don't think is quite as old, right? Rapala.com. It has a website. Modern lure here, but still pretty cool. Here we have a Bassmaster Series paperback book, Spinnerbait Bassin, 100 Tips for Using Spinnerbaits. I didn't know there was 100 things to learn about fishing spinnerbaits. Well, I'll have to look through this and see if I can up my spinnerbait game. Here we have a Strike King spoon in a vacuum-packed card. This is pretty cool. It even has a mail-in offer on the back if you want a decal and a hat and stuff. Pretty awesome. I don't know the date on this, but I'm guessing 80s or earlier. Really cool. And what is this? I don't know if this came off of one of these packages or not. It's a fun little sticker. It says spinnerbait of choice, Mepps. Right? Probably came off this Mepps spinnerbait. Anyway, let's get to the letter. Probably should have read this first. Couldn't find it though. It says, "Dear Realistic Fishing, been enjoying your mail call episodes, so I thought you'd enjoy a step back in time with a box full of vintage, rare, and discontinued lures. Hope a few of these find their way into your tackle shop display. Keep the carpet side up and definitely fish it old school. Chris at Retro Bassin YouTube channel." Well, thanks, Chris. These lures are awesome. This reminds me of being a kid and looking at tackle stores and department stores and wishing I could get these lures. But guess what? I have them now. Thanks again to everyone who sent something into the show, whether it's letters, decals, fishing lures. I appreciate it all.
My name is Dewey Cash, and you're watching Realistic Fishing. Keep it realistic.
Well, that's it for the mail. So let's get on to the giveaway. Just to refresh y'all's memory, up for grabs is a Booyah spinnerbait, some J. Will swim bait heads, a package of KVD Perfect Plastic Ned Ochos, and a package of 1/8 ounce worm weights. YouTube Random Comment Picker. We have 663 unique comments. The video was called Best Fishing Lure Score at Academy Want Some? Or something like that. You know who you are if you commented. Let's pick a winner. Let's see if I can get this lined up for the first try. The winner is Mike McClanahan. So, great video. Like watching your videos. Mike McClanahan, you just won the spinnerbait, the Ned Ochos, the swim bait heads, and the worm weights. So get a hold of me. All you have to do is send me an email with your shipping information at realisticfishing@gmail.com. You can also get a hold of me on Facebook and Instagram, but email is usually the best way. So, once again, Mike McClanahan, get a hold of me, because you just won. Now that that giveaway is over, we're going to do another giveaway. You're never going to believe it, but it's true. No one claimed the last trivia prize. So we're going to give that stuff away on this episode, because I don't want to hold on to it any longer, right? We're actually going to break it up into 2 giveaways for this episode. The first one is KVD Perfect Plastic Ochos, right? Sweet tater pie. And some Gary Yamamoto Senkos, right? So we got the soft stick bait package here. That's one. Also up for grabs, the Z-Man Razor Shads, the Berkeley Havoc Change-Ups, and the Zoom Trick Worms. This is the second package. So I'm going to pull 2 random winners from the comment section of this video. Make sure you like the video, be subscribed, and leave a comment below to be entered. Once again, I'd like to thank everyone who sends something into the show. It really helps out on days like today when the fishing sucks. Looking at all these cool lures is definitely more fun than not catching anything. Thanks for watching Realistic Fishing. Keep it realistic.